over the last 6 weeks, we've seen that there's been definitely 2 top teams, and that's been our CCM Dogs led by that Virjasov, Corona, and Burke line, and our Bruins led by their captain and reigning MVP of the AHL, right?
Yeah, Tommy Powell. He's a bit of a legend, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Yep. So it's a hell of a match-up tonight. Interesting thing, though, although we point out that these 2 teams have been the dominant ones, the Snipers have certainly improved a lot, and they gave the Dogs a bit of a run for their money last week. And we've got a couple of injuries too for the Dogs. There's been some speculation as to whether or not anyone can beat them this season, but I'd be surprised if they don't drop a couple, maybe for the loss they need to have, which is that old sporting cliche.
Yeah.
But they're down a few players. Carpenter's out with a finger injury. They don't have Mikey Ting. They don't have Dylan Morris. Or Matt Carino is a major game player there. So they're going to have to rely a lot on Kahu Joyce to create offence out of defence, and it'll be very interesting to see how that pans out for them this evening.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Bruins would have been looking at what the Snipers did last week, right? They were able to cut that pass through the neutral zone and really make it a little bit more difficult for that major line of with Burke, Virjasov, and Corona to really get any magic going. So they'd be hoping to do that as well. But they're also going to be missing a couple players themselves as well, with Daniel Machin, which would be a big miss there on the back end, and Christian Tessino and Dallin Phillips. But other than that, the Bruins would like their chances, and they'll be hoping to be the first team to beat the undefeated CCM Dogs tonight.
That'll be quite a feather in the cap if they can pull it off again. With Corona missing, a little bit of that sparkle was missing from the Dogs game last week, and just that combination of Jasov, Corona, and Burke didn't quite get the penetration that they were used to. And you're right, absolutely, with those attacks that they usually get with the cross-ice passes and the breaks. The other teams have cottoned onto that, and their defence is alert to it now and a lot stronger. So the Bruins too have a very powerful penalty kill, which hopefully they won't have to use too much of tonight. And we've certainly seen an increase in the physicality of the games over the last 2 weeks as the players are getting more into the rhythm of full contact hockey. And yeah, it's been quite spectacular. We might have a little bit of a talk about some of the statistics now. I think we've got a stats page, which our producer Phil's just going to pop up for us in a moment. You can see some of the statistics showing up there. So you can see just the goals and how things have been panning out there on the statistics for the various teams. And the penalty kill percentage, Snipers have been doing particularly well in their penalty kill of late, although the Bruins previously had the outstanding penalty kill, very well disciplined. Yeah. And a few more stats for us to look at. As you can see there, the ladder as it stands, and who won and lost last time.
For sure. So as you can see, Bruins 2 wins on the hop, right? They've been looking to keep that win streak, and as we've mentioned numerous times, undefeated for the CCM Dogs. But unsurprisingly, CCM Dogs, highest scoring team. They also let in the least amount of goals. I mean, it's not very easy to beat these guys. But a quick early goal for the Bruins could set the stage for the first loss for these CCM Dogs. Let's see what we have in store.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an enthralling game, and I'm tipping it'll be a bit close. Last time these 2 teams played, the Dogs did win 5-0, and the time before that, the Dogs won 8-3 with Tommy Powell scoring 2 of those goals by the Bruins. So he's here tonight. He'll be wanting to put a few more in and try and make up for that shutout they played against in the last game. And we're just about to get underway. So Puck Kids is getting the pucks off the ice for us now.
And we have, for starting goalies for the CCM Dogs, we have Damian Holland, who has been the lights out every time he's been in the crease for the CCM Dogs. And for the Bruins, we have Chris Leatham, who is one of those really great acrobatic goalies. He makes saves that you didn't know the body could move that way.
It's a little bit of magic sometimes, you think. They just kind of pluck the puck out of midair.
So here we are with the face-off with Ryan Ruddle up against Jordan Warren there. So here's the Bruins controlling in their own zone through to Alex Rose. Alex Rose gets it up to Walt. Walt's going to chip that through over to Norris, who's only going to get it deep to the dog zone. So here's the Bruins with some early pressure, and that's young Maxim over there in the corner to Powell. Powell's going to move that back down, and that's Norris getting tied up there behind the net with Ryan Bennett. And here come the Dogs. So here's Burke on the wing. Can't get it past Warren. And here's Alex Rose circling behind his own net for the Bruins zone. So here comes Alex Rose, who loves to skate with it. He's going to get that up to Powell, and right there, that's going to be a hand pass. So that's going to come back into the Bruins zone.
It's interesting to see the initial defensive combination the Dogs started off with with Bennett and Robinson on first, and now they've got Kahu. Kahu Joyce, a magnificent playmaker from defence. He scored one of the goals last week. And watch for him to get involved in a lot of attacks and skate up.
So here's a face-off just to the right of Leatham, and won by the Bruins, who crawl up behind the net up to the wing. Chasing it is Jeffrey Klink.
Oh, Kahu caught an edge and fell over the blue line.
And here's Stringer for the Dogs with a shot, just wide. Here's Brian Tashuma, picks it up in the corner. Brings it back to Kahu Joyce. Joyce with a shot from the point. Nice little deflection, but Leatham is there. So here the Bruins corralling it there with Kevin Peng. Peng back to Erzin. Erzin through the middle up to Walt. And Walt's going to take this through the neutral zone. So here's the Bruins into the attacking zone through Walt. Walt with a shot and a save. Handcuffed Holland a little bit, and that's gone into the corner. So here's the Bruins again. Deep in the corner, cycling it back. That's Cutter, back to Peng. Peng at the blue line, fighting with Stringer. Able to chip it through, but there's Alex Koenig's able to dump that down, but only as far as Andrew Erzin. So some good offensive pressure here for the Bruins, who have it through Erzin, with the pass through into the zone, but only as far as Robertson. So here's Robertson and Kahu paired up for the moment. Up to Verjasov. Verjasov in on the zone. Nice little move, takes a shot, deflected by Rose. Here's Laver fighting off of Verjasov. So Verjasov through to Ruddle. Ruddle's going to bring that back to the point. Through to Leo. Leo over to the far corner to Verjasov. Verjasov twisting and turning. Back to Burke. Burke on the backhand. Back to Leo. Leo across to Robinson. A nice little shot, but Leatham's there. And another rebound there by Verjasov, but a save again, and the whistle blown.
Ruddle doing an excellent job there in the slot of just creating a bit of confusion and opportunities there for the Dogs. Nice and low, looking for those deflections and random things that happen in the net when you fire it in from the point. So a good opening stanza from the Dogs so far.
So here we go. So that was just a whistle for the net coming off, but there's a nice shot there by Ruddle.
Nice safe save there. He's going to get his breath back.
Yeah, so these three for the Dogs, they played quite a few in the first two games of the season, a little bit of time together, so they're used to one another. It'll be interesting to see if they can get if Ruddle can get Burke and Verjasov shooting tonight. So nice little dump there by Laver, and that's going to be icing. With Trevor Leo able to get that back there first.
So for those of you that watch the beer league here at iceHQ, the icing rule that we're playing tonight is the standard one, as opposed to the beer league icing rule, which is a little bit of a special case. And if you do ice it, it's a face-off back down in the defensive face-off zone.
So I like this line for the Bruins. They were really energetic a couple nights ago. We've got Birchler on with young Gavin Birchler with Laver, and they're paired up as well here with Keaton, who has the puck down in the corner. So here the Bruins to the slot, but the Dogs are able to eat up through Robinson. Robinson with a nice pass out to Burke, and Burke's in with speed on Rose. Nice little pass through to Ruddle. Oh, but Leatham with the amazing pad save. That was a great opportunity where the Dogs were able to make some space and cut through the center. But here come the Bruins with two. So here's Birchler taking it on the left wing. Birchler curls on the half wall, sends it through behind the net to Laver. Laver looking, gets it to the point there to Erzin. Erzin with a little shot, looking for the side, and it's in the feet of Gavin Birchler, who just couldn't see it, and that would have been a sure goal. But he's got it there in the corner, looking to cycle it, but here comes Verjasov, who picked it up on the half wall. So here's Verjasov coming into the offensive zone on the right side, touching back with a pass over there to Kahu, just wide. But Kahu Joyce has the puck, but only as far as Erzin, who gets that up to Powell. So Powell's one-on-one with Robertson, waiting for his trailer and Warren. Robertson with the shot into the slot, but no one there for the rebound.
A lot of those rebounds are popping up, and the Bruins with a few opportunities early that they'll be ruining, not capitalising on so far.
And that's going to be 2 minutes, guys, straight out.
And we don't need the puck in the commentary box.
Yeah, but I think you're right there, Carl. Early on, there's been a lot of rebounds there into the slot.
Yep.
And I think the Bruins will be hoping to get, get a few bodies in there and try to tap a couple of those ones in.
There's been two opportunities there that were absolute golden chances there for the Bruins, and was not quite able to capitalise on it. And the Dogs a little bit frustrated too. But Jazov getting down and making a lot of space and not receiving the pass he was expecting on that last play.
So here's the power play for the Bruins. Here's young Maxim on the point. Gets it down there for Bremner. Bremner down to Warren. But he gets that beaten off by Robinson. So Robinson in the corner fighting there against the Bruins, but only as far as Peng. Peng able to beat it there off Stringer. He gets it deep down to Warren. Warren trying to cut there past May. And he does. But Warren's there against 2 dogs, and the dogs are able to get it only as far as young Maxim. So Maxim's here's got it. He's going to get that down to the captain in Powell. Powell's working on the half wall, having a look, being watched by Koenig. And he's going to get that deep to Maxim. Maxim's going to cut in. A nice little shot pass down to the side, and Warren just deflecting that wide. Back here to the point. Nice little D to D. Oh, the Bruins are moving the puck around beautifully here, Carl.
Yep, but Damien Holland not wasting energy tracking it when it's not going to be a shot. He's doing a good job of saving his energy at the moment.
That's for sure. So there's Powell over to Maxim. He gets a nice little shot along the ice, looking for that little bit of traffic in front by Warren. And here's Bremner. So Bremner back to Peng. Peng having a look, but he's going to get that back down to Bremner, who's going to cycle that down to Powell. So a lot of offensive pressure here for the Bruins. They'd be happy with this early power play pressure. And again, Powell able to beat it. So Powell curling on the blue line into this middle. Nice little move, but not far enough. So that was Stringer able to knock that off Powell. And here come the dogs with Koenig. And Trevor and Kevin Peng is just going to pick that up and take a little time behind the net. But he's going to get that far. And that's Verjasov picking it off Peng in 1-on-4. Able to
Magic hands from Verjasov.
Yeah, oh, and there's a little bit of a hook there, but no, refs think it's even. So here we are with the Bruins. So here's Walt taking it wide with speed.
Just a couple of seconds left to go on this penalty.
Yeah, having a look. So Walt gets it over. Here's Klink. Klink in the middle to Walt. Oh, Gavin Birchler with the goal. What a pass by Jeff Klink. The vision.
Beautiful cross.
Absolutely amazing. And that's veteran play over to a young guy who likes to score. But that pressure was absolutely stunning on that power play there, Carl.
They did a very good job of keeping the puck down in the offensive zone for a long time. A lot of fatigue into the Dogs' defenders. It's a situation they're not used to. I think this might be the first time throughout the entire competition that the Dogs haven't been in the lead.
Well, there we have it. What did we say pregame, Carl? I said if the Bruins get that early goal, you never know what could happen. So,
well, wag their tails a bit and we'll see what sort of composure. A lot of experienced players, though, for the Dogs. I don't think they'll get flustered by it. But at the same time, emotions can occasionally run high.
And right back over with their big line. So here's Burke, Ruddle. So Ruddle down to Burke, back to Ruddle with a shot, but wide. And that's going to curl back, and that's Kahi Joyce who's going to pick that up on the point and get that down to Burke. Burke's going to get that down to Verjasov, who's curling in the corner. Having a look, Kahu's calling for it, but Verjasov's going to curl back into the corner. Taking it behind the net in the front to Ruddle, but a great save by Leatham. And he's going to cover up and say no.
So, look, this may be a bit of an unpopular.
Saves so far early.
He has, yes.
So he has been pressured.
He's been busy.
But we'll keep an eye on that for sure. Verjasov with the hands. Stick handling in a phone booth there, but couldn't get it off. So here's Powell, the captain of the Bruins, taking it in there against Bennett. And he's just going to shoot that deep into the corner for Bremer. Back to Peng, who's getting a shot on. And here's Kahu. Kahu's got it up to Verjasov. There's 3 of them. Verjasov, Burke's behind him. Verjasov's able to slide into the middle. Gets it to the forehand. There's Ruddle on the backhand, but gets it only as far as the Bruins. And here comes Bremner, but gets it into the skates. But Bremner's able to regain that off Kahu Joyce and get that deep into the dog zone.
Yeah, Kahu going very deep there as an attacking defenseman there, and he's lucky that he's not so much lucky, I guess, but it's fortunate for the Dogs that he has the speed to cover up for that when he gets caught in deep and loses possession.
That's for sure. And I've just looked on this last shift. We had Burke and Verjasov just trying to stretch it a little bit, looking into a little bit of space. So let's keep an eye on that because we know they've been extremely successful with that so far this season. But here's Warren coming in through the neutral zone into the offense here past the blue line, gets it deep into the corner, moves that over, and is able to win that against May. So here's Bremner fighting with it. Warren's going to give him a hand there. There's Warren, Stringer, and May fighting for that in the corner. Bremner still looking for it, and that's kicked out by the Dogs. Shot on there by young Maxim and over to Rose. So here's Rose. Absolutely beautiful defender to watch out. I love watching Rose every week. He gets a shot out there into the corner, and here come the Bruins again. So the Bruins twisting and turning there is Warren. He's on his own against 2 Dogs. Gets it back to the point. Shot through, but not on target. And that's going to get over to Bremner. So Bremner's going to get that back to Rose. He's going to chip it back over to Bremner. And that's going to get back just past the stick of Rose, and it's going to be no icing. So Leatham will come out there and leave that for his defender. So here's Rose behind the net, just letting his team change. And he's going to go, as he does, the thoroughbred, galloping through the neutral zone. And he's going to dump that down for Cutter to give chase. So here's Cutter there against Robinson, trying to lay the body, but Robinson does a great job of using his body to protect the puck. Here's Tashuma now in the neutral zone, gets it deep there for the Dogs with Koenig, chasing it into the corner against Maxim. Koenig with the poke, but the young Maxim's able to keep that away. So here's the Bruins in their zone, in their defensive zone, looking for a breakout. Rose through the middle to Cutter, just off his stick, and that's going to come back down into the Bruins zone. So here we go, Bruins. They're playing some great hockey, lots of pressure here, and that's Walt with the shot.
Getting lots of those rebounds from Damien Holland there from the Bruins. A good sustained pressure. They're up on the shot clock by 4 shots at the moment.
That's for sure. So here we
commanding presence on the ice.
Definitely. Here we have those guys. If you just noticed again there, Carl, we had Verjasov just finding a little bit of space. The Bruins are going to have to be worried about that. But I'll tell you what, I don't think the Dogs have played against a team that's held them in their own zone for this long, so much into this game.
Yeah,
so here we go.
Excellent pressure. And just a few cracks showing in the Dogs there with some mistakes being made in the defensive zone.
That's for sure. So here are the Bruins playing outstandingly there with Norris, who's going to dump that down to Berkshire, the goal scorer. But Verjasov's going to be able to pick that off. And a nice little fortunate puck off the linesman there for Ruddle, who gets it to Burke, who passes it over to Ruddle, and it's a goal. There we go. So the big line have done it. To tie the game at 1.
If you give the Dogs a 2-on-1 opportunity like that, they're going to put the puck in the net 9 times out of 10, and that's exactly what happened when the defenseman forced to come across to the puck carrier as they closed in on the net, and the other player just sitting out in open space. The goalie has got to cover 2 players, and you can only cover one of them when it's that tight.
You look at that replay that just came, Carl, and we had Burke, Verjasov, and Ruddle, all 3, and only Lethem. That's not going to be...
you can't defend that.
No, can't defend that for sure. But so we got a game. It's 1-1. Shots 10-7 for the Bruins. So the Bruins will be hoping that they'll be able to fight back from this one. But let's see what we have here. So 1-1 here in the Bruins zone. We have Erzin behind his net, and he's going to D-to-D, send that over to his D partner, who's going to get into a fight there with the Bruins, but able to get it out. So here's Birchler with Laver, and Laver knew it. He looked over, had a little squint to the face, and he was just a little bit offside.
Only 2 meters in it.
Yeah. Well, you know what it's like on these skates. It's not so easy to start and stop on a dime, right? And when it doesn't really work out the way it's planned, it's quite often that can happen. But
you've got to take that opportunity and run with the flow, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
For sure. So great game we have so far here, and here's the Bruins again with the puck, looking for another offensive opportunity. Young Maxim's going to dump that in, and Damien Holland's going to come out and play that over to Bennett, who's going to get that over to his D partner in Joyce. And Joyce is going to send that down the ice, but not as far enough for icing. So that was Warren there, just chipping it back to Peng. But again, not as far as the Dogs, who send it back deep into the Bruins zone.
Stringer with a good aggressive forecheck, keeping a lot of pressure there on the Dogs, on the Bruins defense.
Well, here comes Powell in over the blue line into the corner, curling with speed. He's going to send that over. That's a little bit of a big hit there on the captain there behind the net, but that's not going to phase him. Into the middle for Maxim. He's going to get that in front. And that's going to come all the way back here to Peng. So good pressure again by the Bruins. Peng on the point. Oh, a nice little...
Tommy Powell.
Yeah, nice little seeing eye shot by Peng through the legs, but Powell just couldn't get enough on it.
It's a lovely deflection. And a little bit of minor discussion there about some of the finer points of stick use around the net there from those 2 gentlemen. So Powell and Ryan Bennett and Troy Robertson all having a little bit of a minor discussion.
For sure, and for those of you just, that play maybe beer league here or getting into it, that last play by Kevin Peng was great. It's a little shimmy left, a little shimmy right, and then a shot right through the legs. That's a great play you want to be doing as a defenseman, looking for those deflections in front. So Erzin fans on it, so that goes to Burke, which is not the guy you want to leave it to. And here he comes with a nice pass from Verjasov deep in the corner now. Burke fighting there against Erzin. Burke still with the puck, but can't get it past Rose. Goes back behind the net for Ruddle, who's going to get that through to Burke, and Burke's going to be fighting there against Jeff Klink, who does a great job of separating the puck. And Berkey wants a penalty, but that was clean, fellas. And there's the Bruins, so 2-on-1 with the shot. Oh, and that was Walt just hitting it wide. So it's a game. It's a back and forth game so far, Carl. Lots of offensive opportunities for both sides.
Absolutely, no team's got it all their own way at this point. Still on the shot clock. The Bruins with 11 shots to 8, so they're still out shooting the Dogs quite convincingly at the moment.
So there's Ruddle with a pass up to Burke, hits him in the skates, and Burke's going to just regroup and have a look. You see he's stretched. If you look down here on the right, Verjasov just waiting there on the blue line, and that's who he was looking for the whole time. So Verjasov there, in on the blue, is going to cut into the center, have a look, take the shot. Great save by Leatham, but it's a comeback to Ruddle. Another save by Leatham, a third save by Leatham, and there you go. So we stopped one from Verjasov, one from Ruddle, and one from Burke.
So that's evened up the shot clock. They're now on 11 shots each, all in about 5 seconds of play. Pretty exciting there, but interesting to see Verjasov sitting on the blue line but standing still. It's always tempting to pass that stretch, but when he does get it, he doesn't have momentum. He needs to be coming from a bit deeper with a bit more speed, I think, to really get that penetration that he's looking for.
There we go. So face-off win by the Dogs. He took a shot, but that just went a little bit wide. So the Dogs are going to get that deep, but Isaac Norris is going to pick that up for the Bruins in his own zone and get that up onto the half wall. So here come the Bruins. Oh, with a little, Leatham with a great save. That was a little bit of a miscue by the Bruins, leaving the puck there in the slot for the Dogs, but another great save by Leatham. So here the other way, we have the Bruins in the offensive zone. Nice little hit there by Nikitin there on the Bruin defenders, but Robinson's going to separate the puck and take that through and clear it out of his zone. So he's going to look for a breakout pass over to Stringer, but that hits his skates, and here comes Gavin Birchler, the goal scorer. Nice little pass through to Laver.
That was a beautiful pass.
And just out of his reach, but Gavin Birchler with the pressure again. Great, I'm telling you.
This is a game. This is a game.
And I love these two young kids, man. I've seen them play the last few games together, Laver and Birchler. They are just dynamite.
Not wrong. The combinations are really starting to come through there. The Bruins with some great opportunities, passing across through the slot and just not quite able to put it away. But you make those opportunities, sooner or later they go in.
Oh, Jacob Laver just trying to walk it out front, but he's going to leave that for Jordan Warren. So here's Laver in on the corner. He's going to chip that back for Warren. Warren's going to get that, bring it in front with the little backhand. But the Dogs able to keep that clear. But Maxim's able to get that over to Rose. Rose winding up for a shot. It gets that just wide. Warren in the corner. Gets that up to Laver. Laver all the way across to Bremner. Bremner in front, and then, I nearly thought that was in. I nearly thought that was in, Carl. But
that was the opportunity they're absolutely looking for. So that's the end of the first period, and we are tied up at 1 goal apiece. And we will have a very short break and be back to you in a minute.
Yeah, I'm a king of the bits. They never seen this before. I gotta give them the script. Yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. It's go time, it's a goal. It's where my mind is. Right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Back to iceHQ for the second period between the Dogs and the Bruins. The score all tied at 1 apiece.
It's been one exciting game so far, Carl, and I'm hoping we get 2 more periods of it, which I'm sure we will.
Yeah, we're going to need blood pressure medication after this one, I think. This is an absolute ripper of a game.
Oh, here are the Dogs in the middle, but Leatham, not as good. That's Burke.
Burke.
So it's,
makes it look easy.
Yeah, way too easy. So what's that? A few seconds in, Dogs dump it deep, and Burke gets the puck in front and just uses the patience to get past Leatham and chips it over, and Burke with a goal. And that's 2 goals now for this line. So they seem to have their mojo back.
That's his first goal in a couple of weeks too for Jamie. He'll be happy to have broken that hoodoo and to get back on the scoreboard.
Alrighty, so 2-1 here for the Dogs early in the second period. So let's see what the Bruins have as a fight back. So here come the Dogs here over with Ruddle. So Ruddle brings it over the blue line, but I think it was Burke there that was just a little bit offside.
Possibly a little bit of interference
Yeah.
from the Bruins there, kind of skating along the blue line and making it difficult for him to get back on side. But that's a risk you take when you skate along that line. Pardon me.
Yeah, so here's Todd Cutter up against Jamie Burke for the face-off. Burke wins it back to Robertson. Robertson able to get it through to Burke, and that's Burke with a little bit of a high stick. And I don't see any blood, so I reckon it'll just be a 2-minute penalty there for Todd Cutter.
Yep, didn't look intentional.
Nah.
I think Burke's still got most of his teeth, so he should be all right.
Yeah, he still got that smile.
I don't think he can ever wipe that off his face.
Nah, that's for sure.
See, we're actually missing Jack Carpenter, who's another player we really love to see. An injury from last week, another player that even just every time you see his face when he's playing, he's just got this enormous grin. He loves this game, and as we all do.
Definitely. So here's Verjasov from the power play for the Dogs deep in the corner. He's going to get this back to Joyce. Joyce on the point, down to Verjasov. He's just going to wait on the half wall. But nice little pressure there by Peng, who gets Verjasov only as far as the blue line, but he's going to curl back into the slot and gobbled up there by Chris Leatham.
And that'll run the clock down, which is good. This is that very, very effective penalty kill by the Bruins. It's worked extraordinarily well. They don't have the highest percentage penalty kills at the moment. That's been taken over by the Snipers as of last week, but they do have a very effective kill, and you can watch how disciplined and structured it is when they stay in place.
Yeah,
and
I think
also
if you...
their goalie just running the clock down just a touch by going for a bit of a wander.
Yeah, maybe just hit him in a place that
needed a wander.
Needed a wander. Yeah. No professionals here, right? In terms of professional time wasting.
Speaking of professional time wasting, fire the puck down the other end. Bit of pressure on Damien Holland there.
Yeah, there we go. So here we are, Dogs on the power play, having to take it back into their own zone. So some great pressure on the penalty kill here by the Bruins, who have young Jacob Laver out with Nikitin and Maxim and young Maxim and Erzin here. But here's Burke burning past young Maxim, able to bring it through, backhand goal. There you go. So Jamie Burke just turned the Jets on, beats the Bruins defender there on the right, cuts it through, forehand, backhand, shelf.
I think it's pretty safe to say he's broken that little run of bad luck with 2 in a row in the space of a couple of minutes. He'll be very happy with that, obviously. But it's that same thing. You give those players room to move, let him use his speed, and that's where he's most dangerous, Jamie, when he's got a bit of speed under his legs and the defensemen are all standing still. That's when he's going to smoke you. So you've got to give him less room to move if you're to prevent him from scoring those goals.
Yeah, definitely there, Carl. So like the Dogs often do, they score in bunches. And while we started the game, the period at 1-1, it's now 3-1 here for the Dogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't write them off, but the Dogs certainly stretching their legs out now, but it's all been that one line. We're just waiting for a little minor technical issue with some lights to come back on. Just our apologies while the game is delayed for a few seconds. Just a little bit of a hitch with the lighting system at the moment. We've got all these wonderful bells and whistles and very exciting lighting. And every now and then it decides to turn off. But we'll get that sorted in just a few moments and hopefully less than that.
So, Carl, I guess early on in this period, we've obviously seen a little bit of an offensive pressure here and spurt for the Dogs. What do you think the Bruins need to get back to, just to get back to what they were doing early there in the first period?
Exactly. They had a very effective forecheck in that first period, and they managed to keep the Dogs well and truly pinned into their own zone and just not give them enough room to move. If you can keep them pinned down and don't give Vajasov and Burke any room, then their speed doesn't help them all that much because they've got constant pressure on them. It's only when you give them a bit of room to move and stand still that they get you. So the Dogs have got to the Bruins have got to get their defence a bit more active. And back themselves and just maintain their composure, not get rattled by this. It's only 2 goals, and we know that 2 goals is not an unsurmountable margin.
No, not at all. Not at all, especially the way the Bruins have been playing early in that first period.
They had an excellent first period.
So here we are, face-off, won by the Dogs, who get that deep only as far as Alex Rowe. So Alex Rowe is able to get that through to Bremner, but Bremner wasn't able to get that through to Powell. So a little bit of back-and-forth hockey here, but the Dogs get it through in the neutral zone with Tashuma. Tashuma breaking it over the blue line here, over to Koenig, who's going to chip that just up and over the net, and that's going to go deep into the corner, and the Bruins are able to get that out with Bremner. Bremner only as far as Robertson, who's going to get that over to his D partner in Bennett, who's going to have another little errant pass there through to the Bruins. So not too efficient here with the puck, either team after that lights out moment. So let's see if some of them can improve some of that offensive pressure. So here we are with Bremner, able to get that deep as far as Alex Rose. Alex Rose on the point for the Bruins with a shot, but that just goes wide. Here's Robertson curling in his own zone, able to get that deep. But again, here Alex Rose with the puck through the middle here for Bremner. Bremner one-on-one on Robertson. Tries to get it through over to Bremner, but not able to do that. And here's Verjasov, the also dangerous, cutting in there on the left wing, trying to beat it out wide and cut forward, similar to how Burke just scored his goal, but he was not able to get past the Bruins defender. Oh, and a nice little pass. It just got past Kahu Joyce, and that's going to get chipped in for the Bruins, but right into the glove of Damian Holland.
Looked like a bit of a risky cross-ice pass there from the Bruins on that little burst, but they're a little bit lucky that Kahu blew a little bit of a tire and just couldn't quite intercept it because it was right for the picking.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So we got a face-off here to the left of Damian Holland. It's going to be Todd Cutter up against Jamie Burke, and Cutter's going to win that back to young Maxim. He gets that over to Peng. Peng fights it off, but that gets through to the skates, and
now
here's Burke on a 2-on-0 with Verjasov to Burke, curls it to Verjasov, and Leatham with the save. Oh, Chris Leatham.
Magic.
Absolute magic, and that was some great passing play. And you see Burke and Verjasov just smiling at each other. It was
that
one,
was a goal
two,
for
three.
all money, and then
Yeah.
and that young goalie.
Yeah.
And Leatham did not let that through at all. It was,
Nice little spinorama pass by Burke, but I think coach would be saying shoot the puck, right? Especially
you don't
when
put them on the net, they're not going in.
Especially when you already have two. But here we are, guys. So great save by Leatham, sets up a face-off, which is won by the Bruins, and the Bruins are now here in the offensive zone with Walt. Walt trying to find a centering pass, but that's cut off by Burke, who's going to flip that out, hoping for Verjasov to have chase, and Peng tries to pass that through, but Verjasov able to get a stick on it. And the Bruins, starting to seem a little chippy with the puck, ain't able to get that same efficiency with their passes. And the Bruins just, the Dogs, just seem to be improving in that offensive zone pressure and offensive zone time so far right here.
They found their confidence, I think, and that's making the big difference in the Dogs. Whereas the Bruins have just dropped their heads a little bit.
Definitely. So here's the Dogs in the corner with Verjasov, fighting there against Maxim. But young Maxim picks off the puck and gets it over to Jeff Klink, who's going to dump that down, but only as far as May, who's going to flick that over for Trevor Leo to have chase there for the Dogs. So the Dogs chip that down, and Todd Cutter deflects that down, and that's going to go on to Leatham, who's going to leave that there for Andrew Erzin. Over to Nikitin, who gets it over to Cutter. He's going to pass that into Laver, and just offside.
Interesting to see again, Verjasov just setting himself up near the offensive blue line, waiting for those stretch passes all the time. He's standing a bit flat-footed when he does it, but that's putting the Bruins' defence in two minds. Do we have to come back and cover him? And yes, they absolutely do. So that's taking some of their forecheck out of them as well. So that's probably one of the reasons why their defence is getting a bit stretched.
So here's Koenig trying to go in and out on Erzin, but no luck. So Birchler gets it over to Laver, who goes in with wheels, and a nice shot there, but a blocker save by Damian Holland. So there's Birchler there in the corner, getting roughed up there a little bit by Robertson. And here come the Dogs through Stringer into the neutral zone. So the Dogs with 3. Stringer cuts inside, nice little shot, but a blocker save by Leatham, and it's a goal. There you go, and that's waved off. No goal.
No goal at all.
Yeah.
Goaltender interference by the look of it.
Yeah, no goal. So, we weren't able to see that over here just from the angle, but it looks as if there was a nice little hand on a platter to try to put that one into the goal. So you can't do that. You can't use your hand, nor can you use a high stick.
Well, some beautiful skills though from Stringer to set that goal up, and then magnificent save there by Chris Leatham.
Yeah. So there you go, with using your hand to try to put the puck into the net. That's going to come out there to the neutral zone, and that was a face-off won there by the Dogs. Oh, Tommy Powell picks it off, but a great save there with Holland coming out far to challenge that against Tommy Powell. So here's Bremner on the ball on the wall, getting battled there by Verjasov, and here's Burke now, who wins it in the neutral zone. So Burke's going to try to pass it over to Ruddle, and he works. So Ruddle able to get the shot. Nice little glove save there by Leatham. And the Bruins are going to get this out now through Jonathan Bremner, who gets that up to Powell, leaves it for Warren. Warren able to get that over there to Bremner. But Jamie Burke's able to pick that puck up, but it's only going to go as far as the Bruins D. So here's young Maxim over to Alex Rose, who's going to curl in his own zone, looking for a pass. Nice, looking for his captain over there in Powell, but just gets it a little bit wide. And that was Jamie Burke getting it back to May for the Dogs. And that's going to go all the way down but no ice. So Alex Rose is going to wheel with some speed coming from behind. He's going to go, as he often does, and gets that up to Warren. So Jordan Warren, nice little jump to sidestep the hit there by Robertson. But the Dogs are able to get the puck. So here's Verjasov, gets it through to Burke. Burke over to Ruddle, and it's a goal. Tic-tac-toe.
They made that one look easy, and you could see a little bit of frustration creeping into the Dogs there. Sorry, no, the Bruins, I should say. Justin Warren there as he went coast to coast almost, and then got dispossessed down in their offensive zone. And as he left the ice, he was a little bit displeased and a little bit of minor stick abuse going on. But they've got to keep their head screwed on, otherwise this is going to turn into a bit of an overflow. Yeah. Damien Holland's got his eye in now, and he's playing much better than he was in the first period as well.
Yeah, nothing Leatham can do on that one though. Some great passing play there by the Dogs, and the Bruins have to find an answer now to that all important line of Ruddle, Verjasov, and Burke.
Yeah, that's the magic. It's where the goals are coming from. That's for sure.
For sure. So here's young Maxim with the puck behind his own net for the Bruins. He's going to get that up to Klink, who's going to tip that up to Cutter. And that's going to get back to Klink, who's going to bounce that off the boards again, but only as far as the Dogs. That's going to come back into the Bruins zone. So the Bruins with the puck, with Norris, over to Cutter, and into the offensive opportunity. But again, not able to make any zone time, and the Dogs are coming right back down on the Bruins here. Here's Brian Tashuma with the puck for the Dogs in the corner, battling there with Walt, who gets that over to Norris for the Bruins. Up to Cutter, but a nice little pickpocket there by Stringer, who's going to put the puck deep again for the Dogs.
Well, Stringer with excellent work there on keeping the forecheck on.
That's for sure, but here come the Bruins through Cutter, who brings it in and stops on the half wall, waiting for his teammates to get open. Walking through, puts it deep, but no one there for the Bruins as they were going for a change. So an easy little puck there for the Dogs, or maybe looks so easy, but some great little offensive pressure by Nikitin. So a little bit of effort here for the Bruins. That's what they're going to need to get back into this game. And here comes that line that I was talking about earlier. So we got Nikitin, Birchler, and Laver. So the goal scorers so far here that we have for the Bruins. So back for Peng, over to Laver. Laver on the half wall, gets it through, but a nice little glove save. And if he can see it, he'll stop it.
Yeah,
right?
Holland with nice work there this time. He's really picked it up in the second period with a much more controlled game from him. And also less, he's having I'm not going to say it's been easy for him, but the Dogs certainly doing a better job with their D and tying up the Bruins, not quite able to get as many good quality shots on as they did in the first.
So let's see if the Bruins can take this offensive pressure and keep the puck in for another shift here with the face-off to the right of Damien Holland.
Well, the danger line on at the moment for the Dogs.
Yeah, so Gavin Birchler loses the face-off there to Burke, and here come the Dogs. Burke in on Erzin, nice little inside-outside, drops it there to Verjasov, who curls, makes some space for himself. Nice little hook, and it looks like here we're going to have a penalty to the Dogs, and that's going to go to Jamie Burke for something that went on in front of the net. So let's see what the officials call here, Carl.
We've got an interference call on Jamie. He doesn't look very pleased about it. We couldn't see it either here, but the referee well positioned. I'm sure they would have seen what that was all about.
Yeah, I think Jamie was in front of the net, and he probably just bumped into someone. I guess he's just a little probably upset a little as well with Verjasov having an
innocent collision.
Yeah.
So now the Bruins with a chance with the power play.
Yeah, for sure. So here's Alex Rose here in his own zone. He's going to get that over to Powell with some space. Oh, nice little pass over to Erzin. So they're going to enter the zone here through Erzin, but Aaron pass gives the puck right back down to the Dogs. So Verjasov's out here with Ruddle defending the penalty kill here for the Dogs, and then we have here Jordan Warren out with Erzin, Bremner, and Powell. A nice little shot there by Bremner, but Damien Holland's able to pick it up, and you're going to have to pay tax if you're going to enter into his house, it looks like. The Dogs are saying, ruff, 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 get out of here, mate.
Yeah, this is my slot. Stay out of it if you don't mind. So always an area for some physical assertiveness when you're battling around the box. But the Bruins are going to need to get a goal in this penalty if they're to get themselves back into the game. We've got the long break coming up after this period, but there's 3 goals down. They're going to need to do something special and get some goals back fairly quickly. Sorry, 2 goals down, I should. No, 3 goals down. 3 goals down. 3 goals down. They're going to have to get a goal or at least some really good sustained pressure and a lot of shots on in this penalty power play if they're to have a real chance.
So that's Alex Rose walking the line, gets it to Warren. Warren with the shot, and there's one of those rebounds you were talking about from earlier.
But just not able to capitalize on it.
For sure. So here's Jordan Warren able to pick it up in his own zone, and he's going to go for a little bit of skate, fighting against Corey Stringer, able to get by the two number 19s battling each other. And the Bruins able to get it deep. So here are the two 19s battling again. Oh, in front for Erzin, and over to Powell, and there we go. It's a goal. Tommy Powell, the captain, on the power play, 4-2.
That's exactly what they needed. The experience of Tommy Powell taking advantage of that penalty.
Yeah.
And that's precisely what they needed from that one. If they didn't score a goal in that power play, you'd be suggesting that this game was going to really get away on them.
That goal there, Carl, you have to look to Jordan Warren. A great work down in the corner, able to get it in front. It just missed Erzin, but it worked out to be the best because it ended up on the captain. And, you know, with Damian Holland down and out, I don't think Powell's had to shoot too many easier goals on that, right into the wide open net.
It was a pretty simple one in the end for him, absolutely. You've got to win those individual battles. So many opportunities come from those little turnovers.
That's for
sure. So
sure.
important. And we've got another penalty on. This time it will be the Bruins having to kill the penalty. So Jamie Burke out of the box and now popping one of the Bruins into the box.
Yeah. Now, this is the second penalty in a row for Cutter against Burke. Yeah, he has a few choice words for young Hamish there.
He looks a little bit unhappy with the situation, but that's the game. You've got to get your stick out of it.
So with 1 minute and 50 seconds left here in the second period, the Dogs will be on the power play, hoping to get that one back and regain their 3-goal lead.
Well, they want that momentum coming into the third period. If they can leave this period with that 3-goal lead re-established, they'll be feeling pretty confident coming into the third that they're going to tie it up. But if the Bruins can reverse it or control it.
So here's Walt for the Bruins on the penalty kill, shorthanded. Oh, but nice little job by Robertson to just push him off the puck. And there's Jeff Klink giving chase for the Bruins. But it's Ryan Bennett up to his D partner in Robertson, able to get it through to Verjasov with speed over the neutral zone. Cuts through, nice save by Leatham, and it just curls back. But Verjasov really not able to get a shot, but he keeps control. Battling there with Walt. Whew. Hard little stick check there by Walt, but no penalty. Here's Burke curling through the neutral zone, able to get it just on the outside through Erzin. Curls on the half wall, looking for cross ice pass to Verjasov, which didn't work out, and that's going to only get back up for the point for the Bruins. But that's Burke who picks it up on the half wall. There to Robertson, who shoots that off Burke, but into the corner. So here's Verjasov in the corner for the Dogs. Battling there with young Maxim, but not able to win it. So here's Robertson deep, curls in front.
Oh, there was the chance.
That was the chance.
That was the chance.
But a great little stick by Jeff Klink there to keep it away from Verjasov. Oh, what a save by Leatham there on the shot from Robertson. And here the Bruins with some great pressure. It's been 1:30 already, and the Bruins haven't been able to get the puck out of the zone. But here they will with young Maxim. So here we go, going one, and Jeff Klink was going to the bench exhausted.
Change, please. Change, please.
Just dump that down. So we've got 9 seconds left, and Ruddle's screaming for it. He wants an opportunity, but it looks like with 3 seconds left now, the Bruins ice the puck down, and that will be it for the second period.
So just to come up to speed on this, we've now got the long break where there'll be a cut between the second and third period. But just briefly, that was a period where the Dogs really started to show their dominance early on with that early goal from Berkey in about the first 20 or 30 seconds or so, and they really started to light it up. The Bruins lost their composure a little bit for about the first 10 or 10 minutes or so, but regained it a little bit with that nice goal from Tommy Powell on the power play, which they desperately needed at that point in the game. So it's only 2 goals in it, and it's going to leave us with an interesting third period. The line that's been doing all the damage for the Dogs has been that Verjasov, Burke, and
Ruddle.
And Ruddle was playing the other wing with Burke, uncharacteristically playing centre. So we'll wind it up now for the cut, and we'll be back in about 9 minutes for the third period.
Yeah, I'm a king of the bits, they never seen this before. I gotta give them the script, yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, let's go, time is a goal. It's where my mind is right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Hockey is made of many things. Of early morning practices and cold rinks. Sticks and skates. Fresh sheets of ice and scuffed boards. Of grit and guts. Passion and power. Performance and precision. It's made of crushing physicality and split-second agility. Of generation after generation of lacing up, raising the cup, and not once giving up. We've always been, and always will be, true to this game. And this game doesn't demand much, just everything you've got. CCM.
script. Yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, let's go. Time is a goal. It's where my mind is. Right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Hockey is made of many things. Of early morning practices and cold rinks. Sticks and skates, fresh sheets of ice and scuffed boards. Of grit and guts, passion and power, performance and precision. It's made of crushing physicality and split-second agility. Of generation after generation of lacing up, raising the cup, and not once giving up. We've always been, and always will be, true to this game. And this game doesn't demand much, just everything you've got. CCM.
Welcome back to iceHQ for the third period of this enthralling tussle between the CCM Dogs and the Bruins. The teams 2 goals for the Bruins to 4 goals to the Dogs. So the Bruins need to get some early goals to get themselves back in this. Watch for some high-risk play for them, and we're underway.
There you go. So Burke with the face-off win there. Who's going to get it back to Leo? And here's Kahu Joyce for the Dogs in his own zone. Skating into the neutral zone there, but nice little fight there by Josh Wall, but Kahu Joyce able to collect it back. And here comes the thoroughbred Alex Rose with speed through the neutral zone, but can only get it deep down to Damian Holland there. So here the Dogs in their own zone through Trevor Leo, gets it up to Ruddle. Ruddle chips it off the wall there to Verjasov, who battles there on the side, but the Bruins able to win that through and clear it out. So the Bruins are going to want to get an early goal here to put some pressure onto the Dogs. They did score the last goal to cut the deficit, and they'd be wanting to get back to what they were doing in the first period where they really dominated the Dogs there. But here's Burke, who's having a great game with a nice little toe drag over to Ruddle, and we've heard that a few times, but Chris Leatham able to get to the puck but not cover it. It's loose. But there's Josh Walt able to just clear that out for the Bruins, only as far as the point for Joyce. But Joyce fans on, and here comes Tommy Powell, captain of the Bruins, here into the zone, drops it back for Walt. Walt having a look with the shot and shoots it wide. So that was a great opportunity there for the Bruins on the counter with Tommy Powell getting it through. But here comes Verjasov battling, using his body, able to cut that pass around Erzin, and nice little dipsy doodle, pushes it there on Leatham, who puts it out into the neutral zone. There into the slot, but here we are again with the Dogs able to keep it down with Verjasov. So Verjasov, nice little reverse hit there on Erzin, and gets that back down to Ryan Bennett, who's deep, or sorry, that was Stringer deep.
We're going to see Verjasov get 2 minutes for a little bit of a wrestle there in the corner. It was interesting when he did make that previous little attack, and he wants to go on with it.
Oh, so that
still a bit of a squabble going on. Verjasov not happy, but he was isolated on that previous attack with 3 Bruins surrounding him and just no room to move, and just a little bit of frustration there. He thought he had better chance. But we did see Tommy Powell on that earlier break too, just perhaps being a little bit too clever with a drop pass, which then gave Damien Holland a little bit too much time to get himself settled.
So here come the Bruins on the power play, and we've got Tommy Powell here on the point with Alex Rose. So two great players here, and they're joined by Warren, Walt, and Erzin. So nice little shot there by Powell, but equal to the task with Davis. And Corey Stringer just misses it, but it gets out. So Bruins in the neutral zone, just waiting to tag up, and Alex Rose is going to use his speed to get that deep. Cuts in. Ooh. Just wasn't able to get back the puck, and Dane Davis gobbles it up.
And this is exactly what the Bruins need, this early penalty, this early power play with a chance to use that advantage to try and stick another puck in the net. If they get this, they'll be right in this game.
Yeah, so
The Dogs will be pretty desperate not to let it happen.
Warren with the face-off win to Bremner. Bremner back to Powell. So Powell here on the left point, walking the line with a shot through, but Dane Davis with the save, but the rebound's there in the slot. Erzin with another shot, and another save by Damian Holland. So back to Powell. Powell on the point, whips it in again. Nice little save, not able to hold on to it. And great little fight there by Bremner in order to get the puck back to Rose. So Rose walking the line again, putting it through, and that's what seems to be the play here for the...
We're going to see another penalty there. I think young Troy Robinson not particularly pleased with a little bit of a collision that occurred in the corner, and he wants to go on with it a little bit, and that's going to...
Yeah, so I think that's
a penalty on the Bruins here. That's unexpected. I thought it was going to go the other way around.
Yeah, a little cross check in front. I think Warren was just trying to make a little bit of space for him, but with the new iHQ rules cracking down there on the cross check, we're gonna see 2 minutes, and we're gonna go 4-on-4 hockey. So plenty of space on the ice, which you reckon would probably benefit the Dogs. Yeah, with Jamie Burke out here.
If Vajasov was on the ice with Burke with the 4-on-4, you'd be definitely betting on them.
Yeah.
And very shortly, it's going to be a 5-on-4 with Vajasov and Burke. This penalty very nearly over.
So here the Bruins with Klink, whips it through over to Cutter. Cutter into the neutral, just puts it up to Peng. So young Kevin Peng, the defender, he's going to bring that in through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Nice little sidestep to get away from Ruddle. And he's going to battle there Kahu in the point. So that's Kevin Peng, the defender, battling with Kahu Joyce in the corner. And Josh Walt able to actually pick up the puck. And that's Vajasov now out. So we're 5-on-4 for the Dogs. And Vajasov out of the penalty box now with the puck here at his own blue line. And he's going to circle back and just get a little bit of movement there for his players. But, tries to get through, but Josh Walt able to actually pick the puck off and does a little bit of dipsy-doodling of himself, but Alex May was was much wiser and able to pick that off. So here we go with the power play for the Dogs, but the Bruins are going to keep the puck off and just dump that down and kill off a few more seconds here.
No, Anton, I think the Bruins might need to throw a bit of caution to the wind here and actually be a bit more aggressive on their penalty kill if they're to get that goal back that they desperately need. Well,
they got the speed here with Jacob Laver in hard on Holland, who whips that through over to Kahu Joyce. So Joyce with speed into the neutral zone, being chased by Laver, and a nice little job by Laver to put that into the corner. So here he is again. He's going to dump that all the way down, and Damian Holland's going to come out and play the puck. Bruins with the first one in, so forces Holland to pass it out, and not a bad pass out to Burke. But the Dogs not really able to get much pressure so far here. The Bruins are doing a really good job of battling and pushing hard, and that's a great little hit by Norris, just reminding the Dogs that we're still in this game.
And certainly what you need your wingers to be doing is putting that forechecking pressure on the defensive players. So with the Bruins really forechecking hard on the Dogs, that's what they need to do to make sure that the Dogs' defense...
Great little play by Rose to keep it in right, left, right, in the middle. But wasn't able to connect through to the Bruins, and that was Robertson getting it out to Vajasov. So it's 3-on-1 here with Vajasov over to Burke. Burke to Ruddle. Ruddle, goal. I think I've said that a couple times so far tonight.
Can't let that happen. But the Bruins, they've got to take risks, and when you do take those risks, you open up gaps behind you. There's some really good aggressive forechecking there from the Bruins, and that's what they need to do to give themselves that chance. But it does expose you if they do get away behind you, and that's exactly what we just saw, that line. If they get room to move, they're going to score goals. But the Bruins have got to take those chances. Sometimes it works. That time it didn't.
Yeah, I think Ryan Ruddle's going to be asking Coach, can I play with these two more often? Because what's that for him? Two goals so far on the night, and very similar goals, where he just had to tap the puck into the net after a great little passing play by Vajasov and Burke there. So the Dogs able now to restore the 3-goal lead. It's 5-2. Here with 11 minutes left in the third period. But here come the Bruins through Warren into the zone. Nice little shot, but blocked there by Bennett. Norris is going to go in there and fight with Stringer. He's going to get it deep there to Warren, who puts it behind his net, able to try to stick handle in a phone booth, brings it in front. Oh, but a nice save there by Holland, who just got down into the butterfly. So they're going to cycle it again there here, the Bruins. Oh, nice little hit there by Bennett, but Warren's going to keep the puck, protecting it with his big frame. Warren onto the forehand, pass in front. Ooh, nearly deflected it in.
There's
another one. Klink's hoping to get that on net, but just wasn't able to get enough a piece of that puck. So here's Norris fighting there against two dogs, and Koenig actually wins it and whips it across. So Powell here on his own blue line. He's going to send that deep, and the Bruins are going to go for a change. Great little shift, bounce back shift for the Bruins after conceding the goal. But here come the Dogs. Oh, again, intercepted there by the Bruins, but the Dogs not able to really keep that out. So Robertson's going to take it out behind his own net, and he's going to curl, and Jacob Laver looking at him. There's Robertson, puts it through, but Erzin able to get it back to his defensive partner there in Peng. So Peng curls, finds some space for himself, and able to just get past Verjasov, who thought maybe he was going to get a break. But here's Laver with the shot, but a great save there again by Holland. So Laver picks up his own rebound in the corner, fighting there with Leo, gets it to the forehand and curls back.
Laver with some excellent decision-making there to take that shot. He didn't have anyone in the slot, so he had to take it, and that's all he had.
So Laver gets it over to Peng, who gets it to Cutter, back to the point to Rose. Rose with a shot, deflected there deep into the corner, and here's Cutter behind the net. Brings it through into the corner, and Verjasov's going to pick that up on the half wall, and he's going to start skating again. 1-on-3. It's Verjasov over to Burke, but just off his the back skate, not able to get on that. But Leatham makes a little save, curls it in, and covers up, which is not a bad thing to do. And when you have a line on the ice that's scored 4 goals so far tonight.
The Bruins are a little bit lucky to get away with that in that instance, but again, they are starting to get more aggressive on their forecheck, which is precisely what they need to do with a 3-goal deficit and only 8 minutes to go in this game. They've got to throw caution to the wind, throw more players up, and just take those chances everywhere they go. They got some good opportunities in that last little break.
Yeah, so here's Andrew Erzin able to pick the puck up there and tried to get it through into Norris, but not able to. So here the Bruins in their own zone being pestered there by Corey Stringer. And they're going to get, the Bruins only going to get it as far as Kahu Joyce, who's going to send it back down into the corner. And young Max is going to pick it up, being fought there hard by Koenig, but he's able to maintain control of the puck. And to Keaton, deflected up through to Warren. But nice little job by Robertson, able to prevent the Bruins from breaking through into the neutral zone. So nice little stretch pass, and here's Warren in past Stringer, being fought, gets the shot through, but not able to get a real great scoring opportunity. But Erzin's going to pick it up here on the half wall, bring it back to the point, try to get a shot through, but that's hit through to Shuma down into the corner. Kahu Joyce rips it up the wall through to Stringer, who gets it over to Koenig. So Koenig in the neutral zone comes in on the Bruins. It's 1-on-2. Gets a shot through, but a nice save by Leatham. Maxim actually here in the corner, puts it up, but Tashuma's able to keep control, but Maxim's curling through. So here he comes with the Bruins, able to get past, and we have here Matt Nikitin in on 3, and a big hit there by Ryan Bennett on Nikitin. And the Bruins are going to regain control. I mean, the Dogs are going to regain control as a result. So here's Verjasov in on the zone, curls. Little spill there by Birchler. And here's Ruddle. So Ruddle, Burke, and Verjasov, who are having a really great night back out here on the ice. But a little errant pass is going to go far down into the Dog zone, but Holland's going to come out and just play that, just to keep the puck away from
the danger line.
Powell. So here's Ruddle, just past the blue line, tries to chip it deep to Burke, but nice little play there by the Bruins defender just to block out that pass. So here comes Powell, hard there on Bennett, able to beat the puck. And the Bruins here, great save and flash on the leather is Damian Holland. So that was a great save there on Isaac Norris.
We're seeing some really good offensive pressure from the Bruins now. They're super aggressive on that forecheck. They're getting up and penetrating the zone with a lot of speed and a lot of aggression, which is what they need to be doing, and putting the Dogs' defence under real pressure as well. But we saw some good physicality from Robinson and Bennett there, making sure that it wasn't all going all the Bruins' way.
So that's going to be cleared down the ice. That was a pass looking for Verjasov, but just out of his reach, and that'll be an icing. So we'll have another face-off there to the left of Damian Holland.
So the Bruins absolutely must score in the next couple of minutes if they're to have a chance at all. And you can see their defensive players moving up, and they're almost running a 4 forwards on their attacking formations at the moment, which is what they need to be doing.
So nice face-off win there by the Bruins, and it's going to get back to Erzin, who gets it through to Klink, who tries to pass it through to Powell, but Klink again with a nice little backhand. Handcuffs Hall, and the puck's loose. So the Dogs through May able to get it, but Klink, nice hard forecheck, able to win that back and get that through to his captain and Powell behind the net. Jamie Burke picks up the puck and gets it only as far as Erzin here on the point. So the Bruins keeping the pressure great here with their top line out here with Powell. So Powell in the corner, having a look, trying to find a seam, but not able to connect on a pass. That's going to come out to the neutral zone. And here's Warren picking it up and just getting it back to Peng. So great little forecheck now here by the Dogs with Verjasov, who whips it through in front, but not able to connect there with Burke. So here's Erzin having a look, passes through to Warren. So Warren drops it there for Walt. Walt on the backhand, gets it through.
Very nearly.
But again, nice little back check there by, I believe it was Burke, who was able to keep the puck. Oh, I guess not. So I guess he's going to get that for a hook. So he was back checking, trying to lift the stick, and I guess he just got the stick in the hands, and he's going to be off for 2 minutes there for hooking.
So the Bruins are definitely going to have to score a goal in this power play if they're to have any chance at all. They've got under 5 minutes to play, and they've got the player advantage. They need to get a goal at this point to have any chance. So watch them to be particularly aggressive.
So the Bruins. So the Bruins are just going to take a timeout here because I think, just like you said, Carl, I reckon it's now or never, right?
Absolutely. If they don't score now, then that'll be the game.
So I think, what do you think? I think we see Glenn Mayer there, the coach of the Bruins, just having a little bit of a chat, and I think what they're going to be saying is we're getting a good opportunity of getting it back to the point, and we're getting shots, but we're not getting enough traffic. What they would want to hope to do is get enough bodies in front that the puck can get through, get a little bit of a deflection, and just keep Damien from not being able, or keeping Holland not being able to see the puck, because you can't stop it if you can't see it.
Well, they're certainly getting shots on this period. They're up on shots, and that's good shots out from the point, but they're really rushing in. And I think they've been doing that. It might be basically keep doing what you're doing with that level of forechecking aggression. Yeah. It is risky play. They are having to bring more players forward, and we know that opens up an opportunity for the Dogs, in particular that first line. And there was a couple of times when they did slip that press, but it's what they have to do. They've got no choice. Watch them even to pull their goalie.
Yeah. So here we are with the face-off here. Warren against Koenig. So Warren wins the face-off himself, brings it to the neutral zone, throws it through, and a nice save.
There's those rebounds.
But here's that rebound, and Holland able to swallow up that puck. So, you know, the Bruins are doing a great job of getting it through, but the Dogs are doing an even better job of being able to block out that,
yeah, they're owning the slot, that's for sure.
Slot, right? Blocking out the house, protecting the house.
When you've got Ryan Bennett and Troy Robinson in there, you've got to be pretty careful.
Yeah, that's for sure. So here we go, the Bruins get it back to Powell. So Powell walking the line, and they pulled the goalie. So now it's a 6-on-4 here for the Bruins. Powell gets it deep to Walt. Walt back up to Powell. Powell's going to have a look, and he's going to whip that through. Nice little deflection. It's in the slot. The puck's loose. Holland doesn't know where it is. Oh, and there's the Dogs jumping on it.
It's in there somewhere.
So that's the Dogs defender jumping down there. And we've got Walt and Leo both getting picked up there for a little bit of a scramble. So I think that's exactly what the Bruins would have wanted, and they've put the goalie Chris Leatham back in net. So we're back to a 5-on-4 with Burke nearly coming out of the penalty box.
That's the sort of aggression they need to show, and the inventive play as well.
Yeah, great decision by Glenn Mayer there to pull the goalie. That was great.
Wants for them to do it again.
Yeah, so when they get possession, it looks like they'll be doing it. So here comes
Rose
coming through, chips it in, a nice little hit there by Caillou. So the 77s collide one another right here in front of the box.
Been particularly impressed by Rose's game through this game. He's done particularly well. He's done a very good job.
So that was Warren fighting and getting it through to Klink. But nice little play there to keep it in by Rose. Nice little glove save. Gets it deep there to Warren. Warren's going to get it across there to Powell. Powell with the shot. Oh, and a block shot there. So here's Rose. Rose here, remember, it's 6-on-4 right now for the Bruins. Powell over to Walt, gets to the skates, puts it through. Oh, a nice little deflection wide. You got Klink fighting for his position in front of that net, trying to control that area on the 6-on-4, and the puck comes through, but a great save there by Holland. So, you know, great pressure here so far for the Bruins. And
that's what they needed to do, but they didn't get the goal they needed.
No.
You could see at one point there they had 6 forwards all crowding around the net. Everyone just doing everything they can through sheer force of numbers, almost like a rugby maul to shove that puck in the net if they could. But I don't think you'll see the flying V here today.
Nah, so we're back to 5-on-5 right now, and we've got Leatham back in the net. So let's see what the Bruins do in these last 2 minutes. So here's young Maxim in his own zone for the Bruins, looking to put that up the point, but the Bruins, but the Dogs able to forecheck and keep control. So that's coming through the slot, and ooh, just wide by Stringer. And that was a great opportunity there for the Dogs to add to their lead, but no dice. So here's Maxim behind his own net for the Bruins. Looks for a pass up to Cutter, picks it up. Here he comes, cross the blue line. Laver's going hard to the net, but he's now into the corner. So Cutter on the half wall takes a look over to Peng. Peng using the body to corral the puck. Peng down to Laver. Laver looking for it, trying to throw it in front, but only as far as Bennett. There's Laver fighting Bennett, and Robertson's the one that comes out with the puck, and he's going to hold that behind his own zone and take a peek and get it through to Stringer. So Stringer now for the Dogs, bringing it up on the left wing into the offensive zone. Stringer cutting it across, gets it to Tashuma, but just off his stick into the corner. Fighting with it there in the corner is Tashuma with Peng. He's going to get as far to Koenig. Koenig in the far corner now, corralling it, taking a peek, gets it over there to Stringer. Stringer on the right point, down to the half wall, gets it in front. Oh, and Koenig just sends it wide. Here's Kahu Joyce pinching to pick it up, but great job there by Birchler. So here's Laver with speed, getting pressured there by Stringer. Tries to fit it through to Birchler, but Kahu Joyce able to corral that puck and get it out only as far as Warren. So here's Warren fighting with Verjasov, but Verjasov able to get the puck down here to Burke. Burke sends it over there to Leo. Leo with the shot in front to Verjasov, and there you go, it's a goal. So on the delayed penalty advantage, Verjasov picks the puck up in the neutral zone, outweights the goalie, and scores a gorgeous goal to make it 6-2.
Yep, that'll be the game with about 20 seconds to run. By the time the celebrations are over, I think we'll find that the clock will be all wound up. So the Bruins doing everything they could. They threw caution to the wind, but that did expose them ultimately to that counter-attack. And when it was for Jazov and Burke, you know what's going to happen.
Well, Carl, I'll tell you what, 6-2. The Bruins put in a lot better fight than we've seen them play against the Dogs recently. They'll be hoping to be a little bit closer next time these two play. But again, the CCM Dogs with another 6-goal performance, winning the game 6-2, making it 7 games in a row with the victory.
Yeah, Jamie Burke finding his mojo again with 2 goals. He'll be very pleased with that to break the little hoodoo he had there for a couple of weeks where he hadn't managed to score any goals. But a very entertaining game indeed. That was a fight all the way to the finish. Really good challenge. And so we'll be back in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes with the second game of the evening when the Inferno play the Snipers, which will be another close tussle. So we'll wind it up for now, and we will be back with you at the start of the next game in just a few moments.
See you soon.